Yeah, Nilesh Bhai, Swarup here. Just to look at the landscape and what we believe is the democratization of this landscape. When you look at the story, we at Mirae Asset were culprits of stopping our mid-cap fund, citing that there were not very opportunities. But if you look at the last 2-3 years in particular, especially last year, which has been one of the largest public listing years for us, I would really like to understand from you and for viewers, because even today small cap is more a timing kind of a product, when to get in, get out, and what you reflected upon is very important from investing perspective. Because of the listing, the number of listings in the mid and small have only started increasing. Indian promoters are coming at a valuation, and what you talked about is very important, because listing now is no longer premature like it used to be earlier. And then the importance of a fund manager in this side, and more importantly, how in the last 2 years, the number of opportunities for fund managers, hence the need for a complete buy and hold from an investment perspective for the next 10 years augurs well, instead of trying to look at it from an in-out strategy, is something which only you can say best. That's something which I'd like investors to hear.
No, absolutely, Swarup. And that's a great point. And yes, surely timing does help. But when we kind of really talk about the most recent IPOs, and when I say the recent IPOs, means the IPOs which have come out probably over the last maybe 1 year, 2 years, or maybe even over the last 3 to 4 years. I would say in the post-COVID era, but more so in the last 3 years. I think a very, very interesting opportunity set is around digitalization. Prior to that, when we in India used to talk about technology, we would talk about technology services companies, or at best a handful of technology product companies. But what we have seen over the last maybe 3 to 4 years is essentially pretty much a flood of companies which have used technology to basically reach out to customers and offer them products and services, and thereby basically significantly improving their go-to-market strategy, that achieving what probably earlier would have taken them to 20.
Seem to have snapped that line. Seems like while we were in the studio, it must be raining really heavily, is it? Okay. Oh, I think Nilesh is back. Yes, Nilesh, continue your point, please.
So I think clearly you're going to clearly see a lot of new set of opportunities. And I clearly believe that digitalization, using technology to reach out to consumers, to reach out to businesses, according to me, is a phenomenally huge and as an area to really kind of pick and invest into. So I think this mid and the small cap space will continue to keep getting more diverse and continue to keep getting more enriching thanks to IPOs. And while some of these IPOs have come in at relatively mature valuations, but I think even post their IPOs, a lot of these companies have essentially continued to grow. And we've seen this over the last 4 years, be it say an online broking platform, an online insurance platform, or an online payments platform, or an online food delivery and a quick commerce platform. All of these businesses have essentially kind of grown quite significantly. Number one. Number two, post their IPO, few of them did correct quite significantly. But if investors have done their homework well enough, those corrections have only created opportunity to give a fresh entry or to even buy more into it, and then be able to essentially ride it. So I clearly believe that yes, now the IPO valuations are not as cheap as what they used to be many years ago, but I still think they keep giving you opportunities even in the post-IPO stage.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.